This is a manga, Naruto manga review 587. This started out, Kabuto is finally stopped in the loop, and there's a thing that's like there's a thing that I've been thinking of, that I've soon found out about this, that Islam is quite complicated ability, you can say. I don't really like to go in between straws to connect something and to unveil something about a certain specific thing to get what's going on. But by me certainly taking this information about his enemy, you can say his enemy is is a tricky technique, and if you're a fool, you don't want to fight against that technique. Trust me. Because basically he touches that they're explaining to Sasuke about what he have done. Sasuke's like saying, "Why do you got such a changes, motherfucker? You should waste that bitch, you know." And it's actually like they're saying that, you know, Sasuke, you gotta keep him alive. Basically, Kabuto is actually alive in a world that he feels he's fighting. He touches Sasuke all over and all over and all over. And if he makes a certain decision to say, "Yo, I acknowledge myself for who I am and that I'll make a lot of mistakes and I certainly know I ain't perfect," that I'll suddenly come out of this loop sanely, that you can say basically I'm doing wrong. And you know, Kabuto says that basically there have been some recap that he probably thinking of a certain person that you can say his brother that he knew in the orphanage, that you can say that, you know, there have been people that actually liked him for who he was, even though he wasn't nobody at first, but they gave him a reason to exist. And I feel that's the point where he was at, that he was actually saying, you know, I'm done with this shit now. You know, he claimed out with an outburst that he said, I know you were using Shangang to anticipating my mind, you know, reading my mind. I know all of that. I just know this battle is going on my way and that I'll win. And for some reason he sees that it was pointless. To me, I don't really think that Kabuto was trying to say that he was going to say, you know, I'm going to start independent today, just like that. There had to be some missing blank that he just said something like that, because he was on the verge of accomplishing what he wanted, because he's like wanted so much information to make this perfect, you know, in his own fested ability, that he's saying that he's perfect and that he's finding his true self for people like Ultramar and those stuff. Saying, oh, you know, it's actually like feeling sorry for him, because he was like the same person Kabuto was, being used by shinobis all over again and not being able to make a choice or decision, or you know, that you can say this and that on. It was like they explaining the difference between Izangi and the Izanami and how it works out. First I see that's confusement, but I finally figured it out on last chapter. I just need more information, which I got now, to finally know what it was capable of. As you can see, this episode kind of make you see that anyone can change, you know, no matter who you are. Kind of made me thinking that no one sees that Kabuto will change. I don't really think he changed. He just made a choice to say, you know, I'm going to stop that in Tensei. But for whatever reason, might say that's just because we want to get out of the loop or something. But for some reason, he kind of all wanted, knew he was. That's driven him. That's what bring him at this point now. And I think he basically know who he is now. He ain't perfect. He makes mistakes. No matter how much of a genius you are, you may accomplish certain things, but there's certain failure to life itself. Without failure, there's no certain time to actually say you actually learn from that failure, because you think of yourself flowing in perfection. There even came a point that Itachi says that I don't believe that such thing exists. Such thing as perfection exists, and that's really true. That's really true. You know, scientists, as we know, can build anything. You know, with perfection, you lose sight of your imagination, and there ain't no more space for you to think of something new, because you see yourself perfecting everything, and there's not one thing you don't miss. And Kabuto missed out a lot that he actually had learned. For some reason that he finally says, I'm gonna see things through my existence now. My existence. My life.